Erie County man has found a really unique way to recycle old plastic barrels. I didn't know there was a need for this, but there is. And he's turning them into giant plastic sunflowers. So not only is he recycling them, they're art.
They're amazing.
They're cool.
They're incredible. Now, if you've driven around central Illinois, maybe particularly between about Decatur and Lovington, you've probably maybe noticed these giant sunflowers in people's lawns. They're very hard to miss, but these ones certainly didn't come from seeds. I explored how one man is keeping it made in Illinois. Sunflowers as far as the eye can see. Growing them takes attention to detail and careful planning. But if you're Gary Smith, it just takes some old industrial barrels and a whole lot of firepower.
It started off with just a challenge to see if I could do it. And like I said, you know, after about 350, it's starting to be a job. I still enjoy it.
A job to build these giant flowers that stay in bloom all year round.
Middle of winter, snow on them, they still brighten up. I did have one guy tell me this spring that he's about ready to take his, put it back out. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, I took it in for the winter. I said, well, it's not going to welt. It's not going to rust.
Recycling old plastic barrels and turning them into flowers takes a bit of ingenuity and creativity.
Then we take them to the back of the building and heat them all, lay them back down, and so they're back to flat again. And then after that, you wash them good. Then you start painting them. Got to let it dry good, and depends on what color it is, you know, the different ratios you got to paint it at.
As time goes on, it affords more and more time to be creative. As the sunflowers have continued to grow in popularity, Gary tells me he's been getting a whole lot more special requests, not only for special colors, but for things like the Illini or the Cubs.
I didn't expect it. Nobody around here expected it to be like this. We start off with just a basic sunflower color, and then people comes up with different ideas. Well, can you do one in green? Oh, well, what shade of green? Oh, as long as I can get the paint. So it just skyrocketed. Then a lady of Decatur likes the polka dots. So now the polka dots are getting popular.
A popular way to recycle something ordinary and turn them into something extraordinarily beautiful. And a chance to brighten people's day.
I met one lady one time that her daughter asked me if I'd put it in the ground for her. I said, yeah. She goes, my mom never leaves the house. She can't get out of the house. But she seen one on the way to the doctor, and it was the very first one I put in. Yeah. So she said she just wanted it. She wanted it back here because she looks out that big picture window. That's really she says, how much do I owe you? I said, you tell your mom, just start looking at that picture window every day.
Making a difference, something that means a lot in all 4 seasons. Now, Gary tells me, Matt, that he buys so many plastic barrels that the company he buys them from in Bloomington actually called him to figure out what he was doing with it. They wanted to make sure it was something legitimate. So he said that when he sent him the picture of it, they couldn't believe it. They thought it was so cool.
It is so. Who thinks of these things?
I know. And we have a special surprise that Gary sent us home with. So I want to bring in our production assistant, Jacob, here to be our grand model here. Yes. Look at this thing. This is our WCIA3 sunflower. Isn't this awesome?
It's a sunflower with legs.
I know. It's amazing.
Jacob's back there. We promise you.
So
super cool.
Thank you for bringing this out, Jacob, and thank you, Gary. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is so good. All right.